Welcome back to another episode of Everyone Wants to Be Like Mike, presented to you by Notorious Pulls Radio. In this episode, we will be covering the Nets trades of Kyrie and Durant, the impact that it will have on the Brooklyn Nets' future, and if anyone had any hidden agendas within the Brooklyn organizations when making that trade. Okay, so let's get ready because this is going to be a really good one. And before we do get into it, please make sure to leave a like, and if you are new, subscribe to our YouTube channel, and you can also follow us via Instagram. All right. Anyway, let's jump right into it, and let's talk and start off with Joe Tsai. All right. It's pretty clear Joe Tsai has a hilariously petty hatred towards Kyrie Irving, and what I mean by petty, you'll understand after I discuss all this. He truly is petty when it comes to Kyrie. Okay. Look, everybody's saying that Kyrie was an annoyance for the team, that he was distracting for the team, okay? Everybody's talking about how he didn't want to get vaccinated and how he didn't want to play he had to get vaccinated, all this stuff. But explain to me why we ostracizing a player, not to mention one of their most valuable assets, for a decision that he has the full right to make, okay? He has his constitutional right to choose his medical treatment. So does everybody else. So if you want to get the vaccine, by all means, get the vaccine. If you don't want to get the vaccine, don't get the vaccine. Okay? Yes, we understand that it's a safety precaution. But if we're talking about, say, for example, Matisse Thybulle, who also wasn't vaccinated, didn't get to play in Toronto, but he still got to play in other games, where in states that didn't have the mandate. But in Kyrie's particular position, they just straight up shut him down. They didn't let him play away games. They didn't let him play home games. I mean, the guy was completely ostracized. And throughout that whole entire time, everything was about Kyrie. Kyrie's this, Kyrie's that, everything on the news, Kyrie. For what? All right? And then now everybody wonders why Kyrie wanted a trade. It's pretty clear. Wouldn't you want to trade? Okay? Instead of the team standing by him, okay, and defending his honor, all right, they threw him out there as a scapegoat, so nobody else gets blamed for the decisions that they make. And that is very petty. On top of that pettiness, okay, all right, he wants to trade. Fair enough. Now, you know where he wants to go. You know that he wants to rejoin LeBron and the Lakers, not to mention the Lakers offered Westbrook and 2 first-round picks. But what do you do instead? You take the Mavs offer for Kyrie to get Dinwiddie, DFS, 2 second-round picks and 1 unprotected first-round pick. Unprotected first-round pick? Really?
What?
If you're already going into rebuild mode, okay, wouldn't it be smart to take the trade in which you would get Westbrook, okay, buy him out, okay, as in buy him out so you don't get a toxic player, free up cap space, get those first-round picks, and then rebuild the team? Wouldn't that just be smarter? We already had the Brooklyn Nets already have a few good pieces. They have in Cameron Johnson, Mikal Bridges. Okay, so with that much cap space freed up, we could have really went after somebody big in the offseason or before next year's trade deadline. But instead, we didn't go for that. Okay, why? The only explanation I see is that Joe Tsai specifically had an agenda to keep Kyrie from getting what he wanted. But this makes it that much more petty because by this offseason, Kyrie's still going to be a free agent and he's still going to end up going to the Lakers or the Suns or wherever the hell he wants to go. So what are you really delaying? You're delaying 3 months, 4 months? Okay, that's what I call petty. All right, simple and flat. Okay, and on top of that, if we want to talk about it, the Suns originally wanted to shoot for both Durant and Kyrie. All right, they were willing to offer Chris Paul, Jay Crowder, Cam, okay, and Mikal Bridges with a couple of picks, second-round picks and a first-round pick. All right, and Joe Tsai wasn't even ready to even hear from the Suns on Kyrie because I guess he didn't want Kyrie going anywhere with Durant. And adding to the pettiness of all this, look at where the Suns and the Dallas stand right now, okay? The Suns are 4th, Dallas is 6th. They are literally rivals, okay? And now Joe Tsai just threw more ignition on the fire, all right? Because these two teams are bound to see each other either in the first or second round in the Western Conference Finals, okay? I mean, the Western Conference playoffs. So To be honest, it's just what would they want over there? You know what I mean? The organization in and of itself is showing that they would rather pick petty disagreements and petty arguments, blah, 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 instead of rebuilding and worrying about your team. And that's why I think the Brooklyn organization is all screwed up right now, right? Why do we have 5, 6 different wings, right? And Dorian Finney-Smith, Joe Harris, Cam Thomas. I mean, come on, like we did so many different moves this before this trade that a lot of it didn't make sense. Yes, we got a couple good pieces back, but again, all this was done out of spite, and that's my problem with it all in of itself. It's just petty on the Brooklyn organization's behalf. After everything, the way the standings are looking, like I said, Durant and Kyrie are going to go at it probably in the playoffs, and the Suns and the Mavs already have this rivalry, and we'll see how it's going to play out, but this is how it's going to end up turning out. And I think that it's going to be interesting, but it's also going to be interesting to see what happens in the offseason. Is Kyrie going to get an extension for the Mavs, or is Kyrie just going to become a free agent and still end up where he wanted to end up? That's the real main question. All right. Thank you, everyone. Have a great day.